Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Chrissy T. I'm back with a review of the Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 2. The episode starts with Ashley and some lady. I forgot her name, but anyway, they were shopping for plants for Ashley's housewarming. So then they go on to talk about Ashley and Michael, how they're going through a divorce, but yet they're spending time together. She mentioned them going on vacation. His name is still on the mortgage. He's still sponsoring her. I mean, all the things that you would do with your spouse, but they're separated, allegedly. So they go on to discuss the lawsuit that Michael filed against Candace over these intimacy claims. And Ashley has decided not to invite Candace to the housewarming. But I think the reason she didn't invite her because Michael would be pissed. She will not come in his home. The same woman that he has to sue. So yeah, that's the reason why she didn't invite Candace. And I can picture Candace right now receiving an invitation telling Ashley to shove it up her ass. I can't picture her accepting the invitation and actually showing up. In the next scene, we see Mia and Karen. And they're talking about the issues they had last year with Mia lying, saying Karen was having an affair with the man. And then on top of that, that she had relations with this man in the bathroom. And if I were Karen, I would keep her far away from me. But like Karen said, she jumped on the bandwagon with Giselle and Robyn and started spreading lies because she wanted so badly to be in cahoots with Robyn and Giselle, and betrayed her good friend just to be accepted by them. And she used lying and gossiping about her own friends as a bonding tool to be close to Giselle and Robyn. And I wouldn't trust her at all. You see how she treated her best friend for over 20 years. And I'm going to show y'all just how bad of a liar she is. It's like a disease. She has a lying disease at this point. The first episode, when we saw her and Gordon talking about how the company was taken from them, and she said that Gordon was depressed for months and he was always sleeping on the couch. And she would tell him, get up, go out and do something. And he said that he thanked her for sticking by him. But at one point, she thought that he had did something wrong. And she said, no, babe, I didn't. I didn't know what's going on, but I never thought that you had anything to do with scamming or embezzlement. Now she's here talking to Karen, and Karen said that she doesn't like to listen to gossip, so she's just going to ask straight up what was going on between you and G, because Giselle said it was embezzlement. So this pick-me said, well, in Giselle's defense, when it first happened, I thought the same thing. But you told your husband last week that you didn't think he did anything wrong. So now you're telling Karen that you thought that he was doing some embezzlement business. See, when you lie, you got to keep up with your lies, okay? And you have to remember them. Write them down if you have to. Nothing surprises me about her because she's lying about her age and her name. Is her name really Mia? It's funny how they're so quick to forgive each other, but it took them forever to move past the incident they had with Wendy. They held a grudge for so long and still is. They went as far as excluding her and her family, her and her children from family activities. Yeah, we ain't forgot. So then we see Candace and her manager, and they discuss her ending her contract with Monarch, which is her record label. And now they're looking for a new label, but first she has to finish off her tour. So her manager has some ideas for her opening in Chicago, and he mentioned Drew as being a special guest. So Drew was like, is that your only option? So Drew is a very good singer, and some people may think that she can out-sing Candace. So Candace is basically saying she's confident in her own ability to fill the seats in Chicago, and she wouldn't need someone like Drew that can just fill seats. She can do that on her own. So she's looking for someone to open with a little less notoriety, like a background singer or something. But in other words, she don't have the coin to pay Drew. So I don't think she was trying to shade Drew at all when she said, do you have anyone else in mind? So in the next scene, we see Robyn and her boyfriend Juan. She tells Juan about the intervention Giselle gave. And he was like, don't they know we already had conversations amongst us prior? And it's funny how paparazzi is always catching him with other women, but we never see paparazzi catching him and Robyn together. So she was like, the issue with Giselle and the other girls at the intervention is like, why would you put yourself in a position to be photographed again? And of course, he said he don't give a damn. He said, I don't care. And that's because he really don't, Robyn. The writing is on the wall. And then he went on to say, what am I supposed to do? Not live my life? You can be mindful how you move if you want to keep this fake marriage with your girlfriend, because you're making her look bad. And if you care anything about her, you would be mindful of how you move around, specifically around women. Juan has never cared about this woman. And in old scenes, he said the only reason he's still there is because of the kids. So in her confessional, Robyn says that she can care less what these broads say about her and her marriage. Have at it, because she is unbothered. So then she asks Juan how he's doing since he was fired from his job. And he was like, and then she said, are you making calls? Are you keeping your eyes open? In other words, are you on Indeed putting in resumes? Because you're going to need some income to stay up in my house. In the next scene, we meet Nneka. And the first thing I noticed was her husband. His jeans were so tight. Like, I think they swapped jeans because hers looked too big and his looked too tight. He's going to have to scrape those things off. They're so tight around his little legs. There's really not much to say about Nneka. She pretty much bragged about her wealth because that is what defines her. And if she ever lost her wealth, she'll lose herself. And yeah, that's it. So let's move on to the next scene, because she wasn't given much about how much money she has. So then we see Wendy. She is meeting with her producer because she wants to start a talk show. But in her confessional, she's dressed like a city girl. She looks really different. She looks so different from when we initially met her, and also from last year. She got on leather. I mean, the outfit is cute, but it's giving city girls. So she's saying that her talk show is going to be about politics and everyday issues, we can discuss with our friends. So a little bit of politics mixed with a little bit of ratchet. Okay, girl. So then we see Karen meets up with everybody to do Pilates. So she met up. Everybody was there except Wendy and Candace. So Karen let the ladies know that she and Mia has things out. And Giselle was like, okay, that's fine and dandy. Are you going to apologize to Robyn about the rumor you made of Juan cheating with a woman that looks like you? Karen says she will apologize in due time. So she then asks how they felt about Candace. Giselle says she done with her. And Ashley let them know that she did not invite Candace to her housewarming, and that Candace sent her a message and said she would never speak to her again after the reunion. So then they discuss Giselle having a much younger man. And Karen said while Giselle was in college, her boyfriend was still in diapers. That was so funny because it's accurate. He's 17 years younger than her. So now we are here at the housewarming. Karen and Charisse are dressed alike. They had on the same outfit, different colors. So Wendy comes in, y'all, and she greets everybody except Giselle and Mia, and I don't blame her. So later on, Nneka, Ashley's friends, come up and she's greeting everybody. They sit down and they have a talk. And then suddenly, Ashley says to Wendy, hey, can we talk for a minute? Here we go. Ashley is dropping tea or lies. So Ashley is basically telling Wendy that Nneka had made some comments about her career, saying that she's only a doctor of philosophy, but not a medical doctor. So that's not how the conversation came out. Ashley was definitely exaggerating. because Ashley asked her, she said that Wendy was a doctor, and she politely said, is she a medical doctor or a doctor of philosophy? Which is a legitimate question. But Ashley is running the story back to Wendy as if Nneka was shading her, and she wasn't. So now you're causing division amongst two women that could possibly like each other. So yes, Ashley, you're still a troublemaker. Like, if y'all got to resort to this for a storyline and to get the show interesting, it's ridiculous. And then when she was giving Wendy the tea, she was stuttering. What are y'all doing? So that is the end of this episode. Bye.